everybody to stay at least a couple of days in Santiago de Compostela. I would say even more.
Nice way you encounter that warmth of people trying to share their love.
For me, the best thing that the Camino had were the oranges.
And we walk every day like 7 miles.
Most of the time you're walking through the countryside and it's very, very beautiful. That is a connection that is really special.
Nice, yeah. You feel good with nature, you feel good with yourself.
I needed to be able to rest to start the next day with energy. He had to go back to the same place.
Hello, Pilgrims. How are you doing today? Today we have with us Cristina and Nacho, who did one of the Caminos a few years ago. And we're going to be having an interview with them to know how was their experience. So welcome, Cristina and Nacho. What you can tell us regarding your experience at the Camino when you walked that? And which was the Camino?
Hello, my name is Cristina. We did a short part of the Camino, French Camino. We started in Sarria and we ended at Santiago de Compostela. What about you?
I know it was an exciting experience, a great walk, and a joyful time.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Okay, and when you did that Camino?
This October will be 2 years, or September. Was September will be 2 years.
So that means that the weather was perfect by that time, right, in Santiago?
It was 100% perfect. We didn't have any rain. It was really nice.
Okay, and when you were walking, so what you remember that was a super good memory about that moment?
It was exciting because I was walking with him. He didn't walk really with me. He walked ahead of me. Okay. Because we had different paces. I walk slower. He walks faster. But, the scenery was really nice. Thinking about why we were doing the Camino was also a good thing. It was an emotional, it was also something related to our faith. And also we were thinking that we're doing something good because we were doing exercise.
Okay.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
No, that's it. You combine those three things.
Okay.
Knowing new places, feeling like a special connection with God, and also losing some weight.
And enjoying the nature.
Yes.
Because, the surroundings were beautiful. Seeing the small towns, and Christina enjoyed the fresh orange juice squeezed at the places we could stop.
Yeah, it was very nice. Everything in the Camino was great. The only thing particularly my left feet, I developed blisters. So, that was painful. But besides that, I don't have but good things to say.
Yeah. You know that one of the tricks for the blisters, and it's not like to avoid the blister, but to try that happen less, is that you can, before you start walking, every morning when we wake up, that's what we did. So you before you put your socks on, you just put all Vaseline all around your
I did that.
fingers.
I did everything. But it is still, I got blisters. What I did at the end, there's one thing called compete that it helped a little bit. But the geisha, they wrap their feet and that's what I did. And that's what it helped me. My feet were like the geisha feet, all wrapped in tape. And that helped me to at least to be able to walk without the pain.
Yeah, that compete is great for once you have the blisters.
And I remember that we met 3 people that were Venezuelans, and I'm Venezuelan, so I was very they were very nice to me. And what she told me is that every time that she saw a water stream, she put her feet inside the cold water, and it made a difference. That happened to me the last day, so
Okay.
I cannot tell you if it helped me much or not, but that being able to put the feet inside of the cold water, I think it helps a little bit.
Yeah. So that's nice. And then you actually are living in Texas, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. When you did the Camino, you were living in Texas as well.
Yes.
And how you what was the transportation that you used from coming from here the US to Santiago?
We flew to
Madrid,
Madrid, and then in Madrid we took a train to
Sarria.
Sarria.
Okay. Okay.
And then in
Yeah.
Sarria, when you take the train, is basically the train station is clean, is nice, everything is very well organized. And when you get off in Sarria, we were at a hotel, or I don't know how you call it, a posada, where you spend, like 5 minutes walking from the train station. Everything is walkable.
Yeah, very nice.
And the train that you took, it was a high speed train.
No,
No,
Just
it
was a regular
stopped
train.
like it stopped at different places. In Orense, I remember the stop in Orense, and then it took us to Sarria.
Okay. That's good. And do you get the Compostela?
Yes.
Yes, you did. Oh,
you
that's
did.
nice.
Next
And
time I won't get it, but
Yeah,
that time
we,
I
we
can.
already did it, and yeah, we accomplished that. Next time we go, we just will walk.
I
yeah,
want to do it again.
you want to do it again? And what would you like to do it again?
Because it was a nice experience. It was peaceful, it was painful, it was beautiful. The almost all the time you're looking very nice scenery. I'm not telling all the time because sometimes you walk like in places there are highways that you say, well, doesn't have any beauty. But most of the time you're walking through the countryside and it's very, very beautiful. So that is a connection that is really
It's
special.
nice, yeah, yeah. You feel good with nature. You feel good with yourself, and you encounter other caminantes, which are nice to meet and share.
I
Okay.
know there are a lot of people, they say that if you start in Sarria, you're not a pilgrim but a tourist. And they are right. I don't know. But for me, it wasn't that easy that I will feel like a tourist. I had to put effort to be able to finish it. And
Yeah.
I'm not 100% a couch potato, and I'm not 100% like you say it.
An
And
exercise
yeah,
freak,
yes,
but
I'm not.
you
I'm
have
in
to
the middle.
prepare. Everyone has to prepare to walk. 15 to 20 kilometers each day. There's some times that you can walk up to 30 if you want to. It's all, but we broke it into 15 to 20 kilometers per day.
Yeah. And also, one thing that happened to us is that we knew exactly because we had our reservation of hotels. I didn't want to stay in Los Albergues. I didn't want to share a room with anybody else. I wanted to have a bathroom for myself. So that was me. So I knew what I wanted. I didn't need the person that is following me just in case I want to stop walking, but at least I needed to be able to rest to start the next day with energy. So that's why we had the hotels already booked and it was perfect.
It was perfect,
Hmm.
no problem.
And
And
you did
also,
it by yourself, right?
yes, we didn't use any company.
Okay.
We
Yes.
organized everything. We got some friend of ours gave us, this the routes they took, and the routine they took, and we arranged it ourselves.
Yeah,
So
and
it was
also my
good.
sister had done it the previous year, so she
Okay.
told me where she stayed, but almost all of the places that she stayed were already booked because we
Okay.
have to switch the day, remember?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So what the idea of what we do in here in Camino Wonders is that we make a plan where we customize that depending on what the customer wanted to do to walk. And we provide the different stays of the lodging, like there are private rooms with private bathrooms, And then also we include the transportation of the luggage. We provide an emergency phone number in case that something happened. That phone number is 24/7 and it's from people local in Spain. So
I think it's a very safe way to do it that way. But since we were walking, the two of us, we didn't feel that that was something that we needed.
Yeah.
But for people that are walking by themselves, I think it will be a good thing to have.
yeah, but then other thing that you mentioned about that, because you started in Sarria, there are people that feel that you are not walking like you're supposed to be. That's, I would say that that's not correct, because everybody have different opinions, and if you believe that you can walk from Sarria to Santiago and you feel that that's enough for you, that's perfect. If somebody else believes that they need to start in San Jean Pied de Port and going to Santiago, that's perfect as well. So it's like everyone have their own path, and because there are other people that also think that because someone else booked the travel for them, they are not doing the Camino, and that's not accurate either, because the Camino is done by the person that is walking, and they do it at their own pace, and they also are seeing all different things, and they have less worry because they don't have to worry about the booking, they don't have to worry about the transportation of the luggage, the meals as well that we can include as well. So there is different factors that people should consider at the time of doing an experience like this one.
Well, let me tell you something. Everybody has their own ways of doing stuff. In my own case, I didn't like to have breakfast because I was worried that I needed to go to the bathroom in the middle of nowhere. And I know that in the route that we took, there are different like cafes sometimes, not always. So for me, that's why Nacho says that for me the best thing that the Camino had were the orange juices, because I feed myself with orange juice and it was perfect for me.
Yeah.
There are other people that you could see having huge breakfast like in the middle of the Camino. I couldn't do it. No,
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Well, I think, I am a runner, and, I don't like to eat before I do long walks. So it was, I just had coffee, which is for me is key to start the day. And then, when we got to the beginning of that journey that day, we would eat a good meal. That's how more or less we worked out.
Oh well,
And,
yeah.
and a good lunch, good meal.
There's another thing that we learned the first day. When you arrive to your destination and you're hungry, sometimes you think, let me go to the place where I'm going to stay. I take a shower, and then I'll be back to the town and have something. And what happened to us is that the town was closed. By the time that we had showered and took off, the shoes and the whole thing, and that we were already ready to eat, we couldn't find anything open. So that's something that you have to think about, because there's a time in Spain that they close. And unless you're going to have what they call cañas, there are beers, they won't serve you anything else. And we were hungry, so we had to go to a little supermarket, find bread and cheese and ham to be able to eat, because everything at that particular town was closed. So for us was kind of, now, next time we're going to have to eat before anything else, before arriving to our next hotel. And that's
And
what we did.
that town where that happened, it was a small town or was a big town?
No, it was not a small town. It was a town.
Yeah, it was a town.
Yeah, it
But
was not that small.
but
No.
usually in Spain, when they close the kitchen, and they don't want
Yes.
to do anything for you. So you better take advantage while the kitchen is open in whatever you are.
That day we arrived like 2:30, 3 o'clock. By the 4 o'clock
Oh
that we
yeah.
have Everything was closed. So we were hungry. It was more than hungry. We were hungry. We were,
Angry.
Yeah.
and we couldn't find anything. So we went to a little supermarket and we bought whatever, cheese, ham, and we did a sandwich ourselves. And one of the things that for us was important was that we wanted to go to mass every single day that we arrived.
Okay.
So we find out the mass. So there are people that stays like in ranches outside of the town. For us, was important to be inside of the town so we could walk to the church and attend mass.
Okay, that's really good. And then you say that you were not going to do another Camino again. So would you do the same Camino or a different one?
I would say we do a 7-day Camino, probably 8 days. I don't know if the same starting point.
Well, I have friends that have done the whole Camino. They say that the one in the north is very demanding, but it's very beautiful. So maybe that will be the one who take those Venezuelan group that there were a couple and their brother. They did the Camino. I think it was English, that British or
Yeah, the
English
English
Camino,
Camino.
or it's not tradicional. It was it's another name, but it gets. We met in the Camino Francés because those two caminos they
Merge
merged.
at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
So I don't know. Most likely will be different.
Yeah.
yeah, you know another one that is beautiful. I've been in that one is the coastal Portuguese Camino, because you're going through the coast all the not all the time, but probably half of the Camino, and the views are amazing. And there is a part when you are walking the city, the town is called Vigo. So when you're
Vigo.
going through Vigo and you are walking through Vigo, you are very high, even over the some at some point even over the some clouds, because the clouds
Clouds, yeah.
go at low level. So you are above the clouds and you see what is called the ria. Do you know the difference between a ria and river?
No,
No.
because it gets together with it blends with the ocean or not. I
Well,
don't
yeah, well, they are connected both with the ocean,
know.
but the difference is that on the ria, usually the river pull the water to the ocean. The ria is the opposite. So you may be times when you don't find that much water on the ria because
Okay.
it's going like the other way around.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Well, when we finish the Camino, that I recommend everybody to stay at least a couple of days in Santiago de Compostela. I would say even more because there are a lot of things to see and to enjoy in that city. We rented a car and we drove around Galicia. So we went to Vigo and
okay. Also,
Pontevedra.
Yeah, we
also
did. Yeah.
you saw
And
the
we,
port and all that, right?
yes,
Yes, it was
yes.
beautiful.
Yeah,
That
it was
was a
very
very
nice.
nice, after Camino trip.
And
Another thing
Pontevedra
that
is a really nice town. Pontevedra is a really nice town.
Beautiful
yeah,
town. Yeah.
yeah. Everything was beautiful. We stayed in a hotel that it was very nice. No, I don't know exactly where was it, but it's where the Albarino is made, the
Okay.
wine. And we went to Paco y Lola
Ilola.
winery, and we learned a lot of things that we have been to wineries before, but that one, um, it's through what they call cooperativas. Everybody has their little lot of wines planted, and they sell it to this cooperativa. And it
Okay.
was very nice because it doesn't belong to one person. It belongs to many person. All the little lots of land, and it was
No, it
nice.
was nice. Yeah,
Hmm.
we had a good time and to learn the way they cultivate and do the process is different.
Yeah, no, we had a beautiful time. But since we were already there, we decided to have a little. trip around, not walking, but
We already walked enough.
and we saw people that were coming for the Portuguese
Camino.
Camino. Yes, we
Yeah,
saw a lot of people walking.
there are too many things to do in Spain. I actually live in Barcelona for almost 2 years. So we used to travel a lot around the different parts of Spain, and there is too much to see. So that option that you decided for renting a car, that's great.
It's good.
No, we went
Yeah.
to many places. We went to Asturias. We went to a place called Cudillero. We went to a place called La Playa de las Catedrales. That
Okay.
you have to know when to go because it has to be low tide,
Yeah, you have to be low
and
tide,
it was
otherwise you
beautiful.
cannot walk in there.
Hmm.
And the site is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Did you have the chance when you were there to travel to the Fisterra Camino?
Finisterre.
Finisterre,
Yeah,
yes, we
we were
went.
there.
Okay.
Beautiful too.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
very nice.
Did you know that was before Columbus time? It was the end of the war, what they consider the end of the war.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Yes.
So
yes.
we were there, and it was amazing. The views are
Yeah, everything.
fantastic.
Look, one of the things that I wanted to also to mention that maybe will help your audience is the following. We didn't carry our luggage. We only carry like a little backpack with our passports and medicines, whatever. It was so important that if it gets lost, you will be in trouble. But I remember I love to take pictures. I love to document everything that I'm doing. And in the Camino is even was even more. And I took a camera, and the second day I left it in the luggage because I couldn't, at the end, every single gram or ounce of weight, you will feel it
It
in your
gets
body.
it gets heavy.
Yes. So I
Yeah,
decided that my whole Camino I was going to take pictures with my phone,
yeah,
not with a camera.
yeah. That's
Because,
correct. They say that you need to think it twice to make sure that you are gonna use that while you're walking, because, like you say, every single ounce is
It's an
way
ounce.
for you.
you
Your
you you will
Right.
feel it in your
your body.
body. Hmm.
Yes. So, and then when you were training before going to the Camino, what you used to do here in the US for training purposes of doing the Camino? Did you do anything?
Yes, we did. We trained for about a month
No, it was more than
or
that.
more than a month, and we walk every day like 7 miles.
Okay.
Mostly we're flat because here in Texas everything is flat, but we recommend going up and down the hills because it's demanding. Like the first, when you go from Sarria to, I don't know what the city is, but the first portion
The second day was hard.
or the second day, you really go uphill. So
Okay.
you have to prepare to walk 7 miles probably or 10 miles, but walk uphill, flat and downhill, because here in Texas everything is flat, but you need to find a place where you can go up and you can go down, and that's
Okay.
something that is required. And you know it's not a thing that you can start say, I'm going to do the Camino, I'm not going to train. I recommend training, and training is key to enjoying the Camino, because if you're not prepared, your feet are going to hurt, your legs are going to hurt, everything is going to hurt.
I
Okay.
will tell you something. I took one pole. You know those poles that you
Yes.
people walk with? I didn't take two because I could not, while training, I could not do this all the time.
Okay.
For me, it was fine. And since you're going up and down so much, it helps you.
Okay.
Nacho didn't use anything, but going down, your knees will get hurt.
Yeah.
So for me, it was good walking with a pole. And one of the thing is, when I'm walking, my hands get all like
Swelling.
swollen. Yes, and that helps me also with that. I
Circulation.
don't know. Yeah, with the circulation. But I only took one. I could not take two because I didn't like the rhythm. But I saw many people walking with the poles, and some others no. We
Okay.
saw people even helping a friend that I don't know how they did it in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful because they were pulling and pushing, and the guy was trying to move the wheels. So it was a wonderful experience seeing three friends,
Yeah.
one in a wheelchair and the other one pulling and the other one pushing the wheelchair. And we saw it we saw them about three
Yeah, we
days.
found because after a while, and I don't know about the Camino, the Portuguese Camino, but the that portion of the French Camino, you will see the people over and over again. Most likely, unless they are walking much faster than you, you will see it the next day.
Yeah, you will meet
Look, I
people.
I have here my book that I
Okay.
did of pictures, so
Oh,
that's
you
why.
make a book. That's really nice.
So, the one that for me was the worst was the second day that I went from Puerto Marin, and we stayed in a place called Lestedo, but really the next town is called Palais de Rey.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that day had a lot of
Uphill.
uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill.
Yeah.
So for
Okay.
me was the rest was okay, but that day I remember that I was really dying.
Yeah, it was a tough day.
Hmm.
Okay. What recommendation would you make to someone that have not done the Camino and wanted to do it? What would you recommend to that person?
Well, for me, I would recommend for them to train and prepare physically and mentally because actually you got to think, this is going to be a great experience. I do have the energy to do it. I have the strength in my legs. I feel good going up and down the mountain. I feel good, you know, having blisters because you get blisters. I
Okay.
didn't get,
Nobody feels good having blisters.
yeah, so I did not get blisters because I'm a runner. But you have to be prepared physically, and then mentally you have to kind of say, hey, this is a time to be with myself and be with other people that I do not know, but I share, my feet hurt, or I'm coming from Venezuela, or I am from Peru, and you
People will
meet
talk to you.
people and they talk to you and they're kind, and like everybody's in a positive mood in a very nice way. You encounter that warmth of people trying to share their love, I would say. So I recommend to be prepared in that way, and also be willing to eat good. I mean, we stopped at places that some were recommended, the other ones were not, but overall we ate very good.
He likes pulpo. I
Ah,
don't.
pulpo a la gallega.
Yeah.
So we went to a place called Garnacha, and
Okay.
we loved it. Oh, he loved it. But what I did was the first thing was an orange juice. The best orange juice that I have in my life, I had in that trip. And then I could have chorizo,
Tortilla.
tortilla, any other kind of stuff. He really enjoyed the
Empanada.
pulpo, but because he likes pulpo, I don't like pulpo.
But then as it was so good, we ate there at 4, and then at 9 we came back, and they said before we go at 9 p.m. we eat again. So we
Yeah,
ate again.
he had to go back to the same place.
Yeah, I said I cannot leave without having another chorizo and another tortilla there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going again to the Camino next week, so
Oh,
I'm
good.
preparing
Enjoy.
mine.
I love it.
If you go to Garnacha,
Yeah.
you will enjoy it.
Yeah,
Where is that place, Garnacha? Do you remember the town where it is?
I have my book. Hold
Okay.
Just
on.
1 second.
I will tell you exactly. I think it was Melide, but I'm not sure. Hold on.
Okay. Well, that's really nice.
So this is something that is a unique experience, and hopefully people do it with their mental preparation, so they enjoy, what you
Yeah,
find.
it's Melide. It's Melide.
Melide.
Look, this
Melite.
is this is Nacho, and I eating at Melide.
Oh, that looks really nice. So
Yes.
I'm gonna tell my wife.
It's worth the while.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that's nice. So, thank you very much for your time today, Cristina and Nacho, and for all that comments that you made today. And for you, Pilgrims, so please write your comments on the videos, that questions that you would like to be answered for future participants on our interviews. So the idea of this podcast is to help you to take a decision at the time of going to the Camino. Thank you, and buen camino.